everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Veil Tarot and Astrology. My name is Candice Marie. Thanks for joining me. I'll be your astrologer today. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Off to a good start for the week. I've got some positive news for you guys. I want to wrap a little bit on this Sun-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Aries. I'm very excited to see how it's playing out for the world, but more importantly, what positivity it's bringing into your own life. Do me a favor, if you're new to my channel, make sure you click the button below. You're subscribed and you're alerted as to when I have content coming out. We've got videos coming out every couple days, horoscopes, new moon, full moon reports, and much, much more. So make sure you guys are subscribed and do consider joining my memberships or donating to support the channel so I can keep putting this content out for you guys. I've talked about this a little bit in my horoscope, so many of you guys know, and I'm sure you're going to hear all about it on the YouTube. A lot of the astrologers are going to be touting this as the luckiest day of the year, but for good reason with some of the aspects that are going to be going on both yesterday, today, and even tomorrow. So this conjunction happens annually. We see the sun come into contact with the planet Jupiter once a year. It's going to be a little bit of a different flavor each year because Jupiter has a tendency to move through one sign pretty much every 12 months, give or take, considering retrogrades. This is the first time that we've seen the Sun-Jupiter conjunction since 12 years ago. That was the last time we had it in the sign of Aries. So obviously it's going to be extra potent for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries signs. Especially if you have any placements anywhere between 20 and 23 degrees of Aries. If it happens to be your North Node, maybe it's your Venus or your Jupiter return, it's a time to pay attention because Jupiter brings blessings. He brings abundance and good luck. So I'm calling this lecture, the Sun conjunct Jupiter in Aries, getting to the heart of the matter, because we've got the sun in Aries, which represents, right, the core of our being. It's exalted in the sign, meaning it really performs and behaves extra well. It has no problem being able to go after what it wants. And the sun in astrology doesn't only represent life. It is connected sometimes to our career, to men in our life, but our overall purpose, right? If we think of the sun in Aries, that's like the hero. So as the sun is coming into conjunction with Jupiter, we're becoming aware of what our own personal desires are. I found a quote by Wayne Dyer that I wanted to read for you guys that seemed very fitting, and it'll make sense the more that I go into some of the archetypal themes of Jupiter. He said, "What is hope but a feeling of optimism, a thought that says things will improve, it won't always be bleak, there's a way to rise above the present circumstances. Hope is an internal awareness that you do not have to suffer forever, and that somehow, somewhere, there is a remedy for despair that will come upon you only if you can only maintain this expectancy in your heart." Which I think is so cool because it's going to be shining a light on what is possible, right? The glass is half full, the silver lining mentality, not just making the best of it, but being hopelessly and gloriously enthusiastic about some of the incoming events that are going to be taking place out in the world, but also in our own lives. This particular conjunction is going to be taking place today. So by the time you guys are watching this, it's already setting up. But you may be feeling it as early as the 10th. So yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And actually this conjunction is going to roll through. We're going to see it actually continue at 22 degrees of Aries as well. So the reason why I think it's going to be exceptionally active is because at the time of the conjunction, even while it's building, the moon will be in Sagittarius. So yesterday and into this morning, the Jupiter aspects are getting picked up very heavily from the moon, not just because the moon is going to be in a harmonious trine, but more importantly, when the moon is moving through Sagittarius, we always want to see what's going on with Jupiter. So the sun is bringing action and life and vitality, perhaps even lots of drama to this particular conjunction. So like I said, if you have anything from about 20 degrees of Aries through about 22, 23 degrees, you're going to feel this the most. Followed by Sagittarius and Leo risings, because if you're a Sagittarius rising, you're having a conjunction to your chart ruler. And if you are a Leo rising, having your sun coming into conjunction with Jupiter, especially being in a fire sign, is probably going to be extra potent. Now, Jupiter in Aries, right? So Jupiter overall being in this sign represents times of boldness, enthusiasm, exploration. This particular placement encourages us to pursue our goals with passion and with confidence, while also embracing our individuality and pursuing new experiences and opportunity for growth. So what I like about this conjunction is that there's anything is possible. I don't know how it's going to pan out, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try, hoping for the best and expecting that the best is actually yet to come. Now, in astrology, Jupiter is associated with expansion and growth. It is the largest planet in our solar system. And in mythology, we see this connected to the myth of Zeus. And Zeus was associated with power, strength, and wisdom. Jupiter was also known for his many conquests and adventures, which symbolize the expansive and adventurous energy of this planet. So some of us may be feeling this impending, I gotta roam, I gotta travel, I gotta go places, I have to learn type of vibe. Now, in particular, symbols that you want to look for, because, I think Jupiter may actually show his archetype in our own everyday life. These symbols that you guys want to be paying attention to, or you may even be working with if you're wanting to really connect with Jupiter or give Jupiter offerings. First thing that comes to mind for me is the lightning bolt, and that's because of the connection that Jupiter has with Zeus. And it represents obviously power, strength, but energy and vitality. Lightning bolts are seen as a symbol of sudden insight or inspiration, and this can be associated with the more expansive and optimistic energy of Jupiter. So it could be as simple as like putting a lightning bolt on a candle, carving it into one, maybe putting a sticker somewhere where you're going to see it every day. Something that's going to encourage you to be really open to these sudden opportunities for expansion and growth. Another symbol that comes up for Jupiter is the eagle. Now, in mythology, Jupiter was depicted as an eagle or associated with this powerful bird at times. And eagles represent strength, freedom, and independence, which are all really significant symbols that are connected to Jupiter. So maybe that's like a totem you want to work with. You might notice that you're seeing them more often. Maybe you're going on a walk or a hike. If you see an eagle that kind of flies overhead, it may be a little nod from Jupiter. Now, in ancient Rome, Jupiter was associated with the oak tree, and it was considered a symbol of strength and stability and endurance. So the oak tree is seen as a symbol of protection and was believed to offer shelter to the gods, but more specifically to Jupiter. So if you're somebody who's really into hiking, or if you happen to have oak on your property, or maybe you have a piece of something that is made out of oak that's been carved that you want to like leave on an altar space, that's another wonderful way to be able to work with Jupiter's energy. Now, the number that's associated with Jupiter is the number 4. And obviously we know that there are 4 elements, right? Earth, air, fire, and water. There's 4 seasons. There's 4 cardinal directions. I like the connection to the number 4 and Jupiter because it does represent stability, order, and balance. So Jupiter doesn't just go all out without thinking of all of the different angles and the aspects and making sure that everything is really covered. So if you're looking for more stability and balance, you may be wanting to incorporate 4 or watch for repetitive 4s that may be coming up throughout this transit. And my favorite is the color purple. So this is Jupiter's favorite color. It represents royalty, power, and wisdom. So purple is associated with spirituality and creativity, which are qualities that are often associated with Jupiter's energy. But if you have like a purple altar cloth, or if you want to burn a purple candle, or maybe you want to put out purple flowers, even like a glass of wine, these are all wonderful ways to be able to celebrate Jupiter and really enhance some of the positivity on this particular several day conjunction. Now, out in the world and in your own life, these are some things that you want to watch for that may potentially manifest with this Sun-Jupiter conjunction. Obviously, we've touched on this quite a bit, the confidence and the self-assurance, especially in the sign of Aries, right? Jupiter, being in the sign, coming into conjunction with the Sun, is going to give us a strong sense of confidence and self-assurance. And that could be good or bad. The good side of this is that it gives us the opportunity to be very optimistic and see our own personal potential. The downside is we want to watch for strong egos, intense perspectives, being a little too aggressive or overpowering. But for the most part, I see this conjunction as allowing all of us to have much more of a positive outlook on life and not being afraid to get out there, take chances, and achieve what we're out there to achieve, right? We're here to live and have experiences and explore. Obviously, abundance and prosperity is a big one. So we're not going to see a Sun-Jupiter conjunction without that. While this isn't happening in an earth sign, I think that it does have the ability for some particular rising signs or some particular placements to experience that. In particular, for Pisces risings, this is going to be happening in your second house of income. So it may be more actual, abundance in terms of prosperity for you. Equally, if this is taking place in your natal 8th house, if you're a Virgo rising, you may see this come through gifts or something that you inherit from another person. But let's say you have a Venus placement, or maybe you're having a Jupiter transit, it is possible that it can manifest as abundance or prosperity, especially when the Sun conjunction happens. We may feel like there is a sense of our natural talent just attracting more opportunities and bringing more success into our life. People who are going through these transits in their second house, in their 8th house, in their 5th house are just more prone to having much more financial luck. But this is happening in a fire sign, so it's not limited to physical things. I think that it might be taking a chance brings abundance, going to a place we've never been before, learning something new, developing a new talent. All of these things have the ability to bring in abundance, but it's definitely going to be based off of your own actions. That's the one thing that you want to take into consideration. This is not a energy where something is going to land in your lap, right? It's very fortune favors the bold. So you guys are going to have to get out there and make your own luck. Something that comes up for me too is generosity and kindness, because the Sun conjunct Jupiter aspect will cause a lot of people to be more generous and more open and kind-hearted. We may feel that we have a desire to make a positive impact on the world and want to help other people. And we may enjoy giving or sharing our blessings with others. So whether it's paying it forward or physically doing something to help somebody in need, it's really important to watch for opportunities to lend a helping hand and be more so open and generous, because I do feel like it's going to have a ripple effect. Obviously, the Sun also has this energy of being a leader, right? So with the Sun in Aries, it makes me feel like this conjunction is going to show where we have a natural talent for leadership, influencing other people, having a really strong, powerful presence, and maybe experiencing a little bit more magnetism in terms of what we're actually bringing into our own lives. Look for also having a grand vision. It's a great day for vision boarding. It's a great day for setting everything up and really telling yourself, okay, this is what I'm manifesting. This is what I'm believing in. Jupiter does require us to believe. And it's a very powerful day for chanting mantras, prayer, or anything in terms of being able to kind of raise those vibes. And then finally, the Sun-Jupiter conjunction represents a desire for growth and expansion. So personally or professionally, it really depends on where it's going to be happening in your own chart. If you are having this transit and you're open to exploring new ideas and perspectives, I encourage you to do so, because you may find that you're getting involved in something or learning something new or participating in something that has the potential to really help you grow on a very personal level. Now, for everyone, like I said, it's going to take place in a different part of your chart. So you guys are going to either want to go and listen to my horoscopes, or you're going to want to listen to the 12 rising signs. I'll take you through this and let you know where it's going to be taking place. So for all of you guys, obviously this is going to be taking place in a different part of your chart. So you're either going to want to listen to your horoscope for the 12 rising signs for the month of April, or you're going to want to stay tuned a few more minutes and listen to where I tell you it's going to be taking place for you. But before I get to that, I just want to make a few recommendations of how to kind of best work with this energy. Number one, dream big, okay? So this is a time where if you need to sit down and you need to really focus on what your dreams and what your goals are, get them all in order. This is the tail end of Aries season. We're going to have a number of days left before the sun's ingress into Taurus. So there is still plenty of time to get active, to get motivated. Really focus on what is going to help you grow as a person. Where do you want to travel? What do you want to learn? What experiences do you want to have? How can you become more positive, more open-minded, and more optimistic? This is also a wonderful time to really kind of push yourself into uncharted territory. Like I said, you're really going to benefit from being open and courageous and willing to take chances. Even if you're going in, like I said, into uncharted territory or places that you have not necessarily ventured to. Aries, for everybody, regardless of what house it's in, is representing this energy of initiating something new. So even if it's not in the first house, it's setting in motion something that you're going to start doing that's going to really expand all other aspects of your life for the rest of the year. So dream big, focus on your personal wishes and your own personal fulfillment. If you take a look at what house it's in, that's where you personally are going to take the action in regards to having more positivity and optimism about the future. But because Aries is a self-centered sign, it's about the self, it's about our own passion and our drive and our instinctual actions. It's a really positive time to be focusing on your own personal wishes and fulfillment. How do you do that, right? You make a vision board, you write a to-do list, you create a goal list for yourself that you're going to be focusing on achieving in this next year. Like I said to you guys previously, this is all about making your own luck. So this is not going to be things that just kind of land in your lap, although some of us may get lucky. It is going to require us to take chances. So I encourage you guys to be active, to be involved in this process. Don't slack, don't get scared, don't slow down, just keep moving forward, even if you don't know how things are going to end quite yet. So the key word for me would be also motivation, right? So motivation is a huge theme, belief, optimism. Listen to motivational talks, anything on self-development, anything on new things that you can be learning. So if you're wanting to do self-education, taking workshops, reading new books, these are all things that I would recommend right now. And work with fire, because we have the sun obviously in a fire sign and in the sign of Aries, which is about Mars. There is this energy of really becoming aware, because the sun is consciousness, of what our desires are and putting them into action. So I would recommend either burning a candle, okay, so you can do purple for Jupiter, you can do red for Aries, you can just use a simple white candle, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can also burn your intention. So if you want to sit down and write all of your personal wishes and fulfillments, put them somewhere where you can charge them. If you want to leave them with some crystals or some herbs or some incense on your altar, you can to charge them up, and then you can burn them if that's what you'd like to do. And make sure you make a wish. I don't care if it's a birthday candle on a cupcake. I don't care if it is a simple little tea light candle. You don't need to have a bunch of fancy stuff to make magic happen. The beauty of this happening in Aries is that it actually starts with your own personal beliefs and desires. That is what's going to strike the match for inspiration and getting things going. Now, obviously, this is going to be for my predictions for the tropical rising signs. This is going to be the whole sign predictions. It will be felt the most, once again, by 20 to 23 degrees of Aries, sun, moon, and rising, followed by also my Sagittarius and my Leo risings. But if you have any personal planets within those degrees in Aries, it may be a little bit more active for you. And keep in mind, like I said, we're working here with a couple of days. So we're going to have a couple of days that this is going to kind of play out over time. So just to kind of remind you guys, if I go back in time, we're picking up this energy really from April 10th, right when the sun is forming a trine with the transit moon. Okay, so yesterday, but it's actually going to happen today. And what's cool is that I could see some of the positive events taking place last night into this morning, and then as we watch the moon change signs, we're still going to see the sun follow with Jupiter and it's going to sit still around 22 degrees. So that's going to go clear into the 13th, and then we kind of start to lose it the morning of the 13th. So a couple days here that you guys are going to have this. Let me show you now for each and every one of the 12 signs where this is going to be taking place. All right. And if you guys want, you can listen to your whole sign, or you can listen to your Placidus sign. So if you're listening for Placidus, you may have to listen to more than one sign. It'll show you exactly where this is taking place. Listen for 21 degrees of Aries. And I will start first with my Aries and my Aries rising. All right, guys, I'm very excited for you all, Aries, sun, moon, and rising. This is going to be a really exciting transit for you because it's definitely going to bring you self-renewal, optimism, you know, belief, vitality. It's really great for, I think, anything in regards to travel, what you're learning, and your own personal philosophy and desires when it comes to life, right? This happening in Aries rising chart can definitely be about traveling, going on vacation, getting ready to go somewhere, being somewhere, focusing on pleasure, joy, and what you believe life should be about. An Aries moon, this can also manifest as having lots of changes in regards to your emotions, your home, your family. There just being a lot of expansion around that part of your life. And an Aries sun, this can be just about your personal happiness, joy, vitality. And it is possible there can be really positive career things that can happen. But really what it comes down to with this conjunction, especially at 21 degrees, because it is in a Jupiter degree, is it's all about your vision, right? What you're envisioning for your life, for yourself, and where you're adding a little bit more positivity to kind of help you navigate some of the changes that might be happening in your life right now. And it's especially important for you to be brave and to be courageous, okay? So let me know how this is playing out for you guys this week. I will definitely be checking the comments and seeing what you guys have going on. Good luck. Okay, so this is going to be for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Welcome, Taurus. You've got a Sun-Jupiter conjunction setting up for you in your natal 12th house in the sign of Aries. This is interesting because you're picking up energy from your 8th and also your 8th and your 12th house, and the sun rules your 4th. So it's almost like there's something getting ready to change and transform in regards to your joint resources, in regards to your home life. There's something shifting and it's happening in your 12th house. So this is kind of like a cocoon phase. Something is getting ready to be revealed to you, or maybe you're really focusing on your faith and your belief system and being able to maintain or keep the faith because you know that there is some huge shift that's kind of coming into your life. So when you're tying together the connection of your 4th and your 8th house, there's something about this that makes me feel like you might be a little hesitant. You might be kind of doubting, like, is something going to work out? Is it going to pan out? Is it going to go through? I would just say be patient. A little bit of faith is going to go a long way. Being able to really sit and focus on manifesting, right? And visualizing what it is that you're actually bringing into reality. Pretty soon you're going to have Jupiter sit on your ascendant. This will be in May. So I anticipate that a lot of what's going on between now and then is going to be prayer, meditation, reflection, and really making sure that you're connected to your faith and your faith practices before you kind of see some of these things come into physical form, okay? Good luck, my Tauruses. For Gemini and Gemini rising, welcome. You have a Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place in Aries in your natal 10th house. So this is so much fun. It's all about your friends, your goals, networking, you know, great parties, great people to meet and kind of connect with. You have the sun, which is about communication, short distance travel, connecting with your neighborhood or local people. And you have the 7th house lord of relationships meeting in the 10th. So I could see this as a lot of new opportunities to meet or collaborate or participate in groups locally, spending more time with a partner, trying to meet people, making new friends, networking, and getting really active in socializing with others. It'll bring you a lot of joy. That's the other thing that I would say. And if you're single and you're looking to meet someone, participating in some of these groups and getting active can be a wonderful way to expand your social groups and potentially connect to somebody that could be a really great match. This energy also naturally sextiles you, Gemini, so it is all funneling positive energy into your sun, moon, or your rising. So what this is doing is it's helping you focus on your goals, so that way you can either get more active socially or surround yourself with people who are going to help see this come to fruition. Good luck. For Cancer and Cancer rising, hey guys, hopefully you're doing well. We've got the Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place for you in Aries in your natal 10th house. This is very active energy for you, Cancer. I'm excited to see how this manifests. This conjunction is at the tip-top part of your chart, so it's in your 10th house of career, tying together your second house money lord with Jupiter, your 6th house lord, in regards to health, wellness, organization. To me, it seems like there is a huge focus on learning more about investing in your health and your daily routines. It also seems as if there is potential for getting raises, getting new, potential business offers, being able to make more money, bring more in, but you're going to be working hard for it. So it's not going to be something that's just going to come easily. Now, this energy is also ushering you into the North Node going into your 10th house soon. So you're going to find out that really the eclipses and the astrology for the better part of the next 2 years is really helping you kind of climb your professional ladder. But for some of you guys, there is a sense of really focusing on your health, your scheduling, your organization before you can bring some of that stuff full circle. So there can be some scheduling changes or really reevaluating, where should I put my time and my energy? What do I need to do or organize in order to kind of better prepare myself for some of these future changes, especially in regards to your career. The superiors are going to give you praise. Likely you're going to get some really positive feedback, and you're going to see the potential to really watch your career blossom. Good luck. For Leo and Leo rising, you have got a Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place in Aries in a fellow sister sign in your natal 9th house. Extra sweet for you because the sun coming into contact with Jupiter is really here to bring lots of positivity your way. Jupiter rules your 5th house of romance, creativity, and children, and the sun rules your ascendant, your body. So I feel like this is a time where some of you guys are gonna want to be on vacation. You're planning a vacation, maybe you're planning a party. There can be a sense of wanting to learn something new that's going to be like a new creative skill or a hobby. If you work with children, if you're in education, or if you're trying to find like the best time to launch a campaign, or maybe get ready to publish or write a book, teach a class, and really show your talent, this would be the time that you're getting ready to do it. I have a hunch that this may also be like a chance opportunity for some of you guys if you are traveling or if you're taking classes or going to school. That you may have a huge breakthrough. So it might be that you go on a trip and then you kind of have this breakthrough and you realize like what life is all about. It is possible that romance can be found abroad or while traveling or going to some kind of course or lecture of some kind. So watch for that because that can happen as well. Good luck. For Virgo and Virgo rising, we have got the Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place in Aries in your natal 8th house. So for you guys, this is an interesting one. You have got Jupiter, which is the lord of your home, right? 4th house, which is your family, your roots, the past. This can also be about your physical home space, moving into the 8th house to conjunct Jupiter, your 12th house lord. Now, the positive of this is that there's lots of opportunity for you to really expand when it comes to facing your fears, whether this is intimacy fears, fears of endings and new beginnings, fear in regards to handling financial matters. There is a lot of really potent energy that's really trying to get you to face your fears and have either financial or psychological breakthroughs. Now, the 8th house is a money house. This represents other people's resources. So like taxes, insurance, inheritance, money that would come also from banking and loans. So if you're applying for a home mortgage, if you're hoping to get enough money from your savings, or maybe you're saving with a spouse to be able to, purchase something new for your home or be able to change your home in some way. It looks like something may come through. You may find others being particularly generous with the Sun-Jupiter conjunction in the 8th house, but just keep in mind that the 8th house does have another side to it, so it can also enhance the entanglements that we have with other people. So there can be a sense of, having more abundance coming from partners or people that are generous, but then a tax bill comes in, a credit card bill comes in. So there is this give and take in regards to that. But for the most part, I'm excited to see what happens, because I do think some Virgo risings in particular may be getting more serious in relationships, finding that there is some kind of financial support from another person when it comes to your home or your joint resources. Good luck, Virgo. For Libra and Libra rising, we have got a Sun-Jupiter conjunction that's going to be taking place for you in your natal 7th house of relationships. Very exciting for you, Libra. You have got Jupiter, your 3rd house lord, moving into your 7th of partnerships, conjuncting the Sun, which rules your friends' goals and some kind of celebration. So to me, it looks like, for starters, there's just so much more positivity coming from your relationships. If you are in a marital relationship or in a committed relationship, you're going to see the opportunity to just be more positive and optimistic about communication. It is possible you may be traveling or going on a trip or doing something fun, getting out of town with a partner. The other way that I could look at this is that you are having lots of good news coming from friends about their relationships, or possibly just about things that are going on for them. That's really exciting, because the Sun's picking up energy from your 11th house of friendships. There can be some merger also of sharing good news with partners and friends, or traveling to meet any of these people. If you're single, you may meet somebody on an app or in your local neighborhood. You may also find that somebody sends you an email, texts you, sends you a message, and that may initiate a relationship. Especially with eclipses coming into your 7th, Libra, those of you guys who are single may be having some really significant transits where you might actually meet somebody who feels like it's the one. Good luck. For Scorpio and Scorpio rising, you're going to be having the Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place in your natal 6th house. This is an interesting one because it is picking up the energy of the Sun, which rules your career, and also Jupiter, which rules your natal 2nd house of money. It can be all work, no play, Scorpio. So the good news is money is coming in. With the Sun-Jupiter conjunction, it looks like you're working hard for your resources. It looks like there's plenty of work to be done. It does look like it's time consuming. It does look like there is a sense of you really having to carry a heavy load. Those of you guys who have been having either challenges in regards to your diet, your health, or your routine, it looks like you're finally going to master this and you're going to break through it. So this may be a time where you're really feeling good, you're eating well, you're active, and you're feeling on top of the world. Yes, the 6th house can be an annoying house where there is setbacks and delays, but I feel like you're really going to see the positive side of this, where you're committing more to a routine, knowing that you feel like you have more control either over your health or your schedule, and you're really trying to have more consistent focus, possibly even on like what you're eating, right? Because Jupiter rules the 2nd house. Or maybe you're just focusing on like getting things organized in regards to a business and feeling more productive. Good luck. For Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, you have got Jupiter moving into your 5th house, coming into a conjunction with the Sun. Very exciting for you, Saggies. Obviously, Jupiter is your chart ruler. It rules your 1st house in your body, and the Sun rules the 9th house in regards to travel and excitement and philosophy. Well, the conjunction is actually happening in your 5th house, so it does seem to signify that there is some really positive good luck going on in regards to children, creativity, or even romance. Obviously, the Sun-Jupiter conjunction seems like a great time to get out of town, go on a trip, but it might be a wonderful time to start a new creative project, consider launching your own business, or possibly even focusing more on home or a child. Some of you guys have already found out you're pregnant. Some of you guys are actively trying. This particular transit may be a time period where you're looking at the potential of expanding your home or your family, maybe even living with another person. You're looking at this in a much more positive light. Now, if you're not looking to have children, it can be wonderful for romance, or if you already have kids who are older, this can be good news that are coming from them that you're finding out about. In particular, I've seen a number of Sag risings that have been talking about grandchildren, and that's actually very possible because grandchildren would be the 9th house. So the fact that the sun is meeting in the 5th house with Jupiter can be something of that nature coming forth. Be creative, have fun, enjoy yourself, play, right? Fall in love. That's really the purpose of this conjunction. And while it's a short-lived transit, it's going to probably bring you some of the most blessings. Good luck. For Capricorn and Capricorn rising, you're going to be seeing the sun and Jupiter coming into conjunction in the sign of Aries in your natal 4th house. Interesting one for you, especially because you've got Mars in your 7th. So here's how this is going to go. With the sun and Jupiter moving into conjunction in your 4th, it's linking up with your 12th house lord and your 8th house lord. The positive thing is this is looking to like bring an expansion in regards to your home and your family. So moving to a bigger home, renovating, you know, people moving in, people coming to visit you, any of these things are possible. But it's likely something that has you in your emotions, it has you in your feelings. If you have family that live far away, like in another state or in a foreign land, they may be coming to visit you and they may be staying with you. So that's one way of looking at it, particularly male family members or relatives because the sun is there. The other way I can look at this is that there is some kind of change and transformation going on with the home and the family. Maybe you're dealing with estate or inheritance or possibly even home or property themes. Wanting to change your house, move, relocate, you know, all these things can kind of come up, but also dealing with family, property, and estates. These can be other themes that are coming up for you as a result of this conjunction. It almost seems like things are changing and change is inevitable. It's all just about how you look at this and being really enthusiastic about having some kind of shift in your home that makes it feel more yours. Good luck. For Aquarius and Aquarius rising, you're going to have the Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place in your natal 3rd house, which is going to highlight all kinds of communication. The sun rules relationships in your chart. Jupiter rules friends. It looks like you have lots to talk about with friends or maybe even with a partner, discussing your goals, planning parties, planning trips, lots of calls, meetings, emails. And it's also really positive for taking action and like reaching out to people, writing things down, setting intentions, especially if you're wanting to launch like a website, an online business, if you're wanting to write a book, learn a language, or if you're just wanting to spend more time communicating and focusing on your communication with your partners, this is really wonderful. The 3rd house also deals with movement. So some of you guys may move or consider getting a new vehicle. And some of you guys also may contemplate spending more time communicating or talking with a sibling. So there may be some sense of having to go back and forth with a sibling a little bit more. Good luck. For Pisces and Pisces rising, you are going to be having the Sun-Jupiter conjunction taking place in your natal 2nd house. This is extra sweet for you, Pisces, especially considering you are ruled both by Neptune and Jupiter. So Jupiter moving into your 2nd house, it was already kind of foreshadowing abundance, but it's definitely showing up with the Sun conjunction. Working hard for the money though, okay? So because Jupiter rules your sign and it also has connections to Sagittarius, your career, it makes me feel like there is a sense of you really applying your talent and really focusing on what you can bring in, what you can develop, what you can grow. The sun rules your 6th house, so you may be working more, making more. There may be a sense of making investments into your career, making investments into your office space, or to some of your skills. You may be learning new skills. I could see also this is a time where you're investing more in yourself, your health, and also your own personal business. With the Sun conjunct Jupiter in the 2nd house of possessions, this can be a time where you have to make a large purchase, but you're optimistic about what you're making and you're like, well, it's going to help me be more productive, or it's going to help me stay on task. So if you're needing to get like new software or a new gadget, maybe if you're having to pay a little bit more for a new office space, that's possible as well. But I definitely think that this is bringing in more for you in the long term. And I'm really excited to see how this manifests for you, because you're also going to be picking up from an eclipse that's going to be coming here soon. So You'll see that the themes with the North Node going through Aries in your second house is bringing in your own resources, but you're working hard for it, right? Especially because the sun rules your natal sixth house. So this is about putting in that effort, the long hours, and also just making sacrifices and helping other people, and finding that a little bit of that generosity is kind of finally coming back to you. Good luck. All right, guys, so that is going to be the Sun-Jupiter conjunction that's going to be taking place these next couple days. Please leave me your comments below. I love to hear how it's playing out for you. It's very, very exciting to hear what you guys have to say. I don't always get a chance to respond to everybody, but I do read your comments. I'm, for one, pretty excited to see what's going on because it's happening right on top of my moon at 22 degrees of Aries. So that's going to be a really interesting couple-day period. I'm filming this before that conjunction, so we'll see how it plays out. I'll report back and let you guys know. I will see you guys all on Friday, so I will be here doing live readings on Friday. We've got another video that's still coming on Thursday that I'm putting together on Pluto square the nodes. So just make sure that you guys are subscribed and you're alerted as to what's going on. Otherwise, may all of the luck be with you guys. I hope that this inspires you to really focus on getting to the heart of the matter with what you really want in your life right now. Be bold, be courageous, and I will see all of you on Thursday. Take care.